To love is to suffer. To avoid suffering one must not love. But then one suffers from not loving. Therefore, to love is to suffer. Not to love is to suffer. To suffer is to suffer. To be happy is to love. To be happy then is to suffer. But then suffering makes one unhappy. Therefore, to be happy one must love or love to suffer, or suffer from too much happiness. See, the problem is that God gives men a brain and a penis, and only enough blood to run one at a time. Sex education may be a good idea in the schools, but I don't believe the kids should be given homework. Yes, divorce. From the Latin word to meaning to rip out a man's genitals through his wallet. Alcoholism is a disease, but it's the only one you could get yelled at for having. My friend asked me if I wanted a frozen banana. I said no, but I want a regular banana later, so yeah. Every time I go and shave, I assume there's someone else on the planet shaving, so I say I'm gonna shave too. I like vending machines because snacks are better when they fall. If I buy a candy bar at the store, oftentimes I'll drop it to achieve maximum flavor potential. I'm so busy doing nothing that the idea of doing anything, which as you know always leads to something, cuts into nothing and then forces me to drop everything. Well, if crime fighters fight crime and firefighters fight fire, what do freedom fighters fight? They never mentioned that part to us, do they? I have as much authority as the Pope, I just don't have many people who believe it. If the Cincinnati Reds were really the first Major League Baseball team, who did they play? If a Kurd, after surviving bloody battle with Saddam Hussein's army and a long, difficult escape through the mountains, is crushed and killed by a parachute drop of humanitarian aid, that, my friends, is irony writ large. Honesty may be the best policy, but it's important to remember that apparently by elimination, dishonesty can be the second best policy. Dogs lead a nice life. You never see a dog with a wristwatch. Ever wonder about those people who spend $2 a piece on those little bottles of Evian water? Try spelling Evian backward. If a man smiles all the time, he's probably selling something that doesn't work. If sex education is all about sex, why don't they show you the sex? Everybody has a little gay in them. A lot of people don't like it to admit, though. If someone tells you the best thing in life for free, they're lying. I hate soccer moms because they always think that their kids are never going to be protected. To those soccer moms who parade their little children around people and saying that they're an honor student, hey, your child may be an honor student, but you're a moron. If man evolved from monkeys and apes, why do we still have monkeys and apes? If a turtle doesn't have a shell, is he homeless or naked? 1 out of every 3 Americans is suffering from mental illness. Think of 2 of your best friends. If it's not one of them, it must be you. In America, anyone can become president. That's the problem. If you try to fail and succeed, which have you done? Some national parks have long waiting lists for camping reservations. When you have to wait a year to sleep next to a tree, something is wrong. In elementary school, in case of a fire, you have to line up quietly in a single file line from smallest to tallest. Where's the logic? Do tall people burn slower? Did you ever walk in a room and forget why you walked in? I think that's how dogs spend their life. My favorite animal is steak. Take that, Peter! 2 guys walk into a bar. You'd think one of them would have seen it. I'll tell you how to beat gambling in Las Vegas. When you get off the airplane, walk right into the propeller. If it weren't for baseball, many kids wouldn't know what a millionaire looks like. There's only one difference between Catholics and Jews. Jews are born with guilt, and Catholics have to go to school to learn it. If you're listening to a song and get the image in your head, and then you go home and watch MTV and the image they're showing is the same one as the one in your head, kill yourself. You're better off coming back as a lobster. It's absolutely stupid that we live without our ozone layer. We have men. We got rockets. We've got saran wrap. Fix it! If the people of New Zealand want to be part of our world, I believe they should hop off their islands and push them closer. That's all I gotta say. This is KC. See you next time.